C N B. And today we're back with another ASMR video. Tonight's video is going to be a ramble video. I have always wanted to do one of these styles of videos, and I just keep putting it off, and I never want to copy anybody else's, style. I kind of want to be unique and original, but unfortunately, I just didn't know what to play tonight, and I was like, you know what, it's about time we do one of those videos. I've seen the ASMR Gamer do a couple of these videos. I've seen Young Prince do some of these videos, but we are going to be doing 25 fun facts about video games you likely didn't know. So if anybody else has done this video before, I apologize. I promise you, I'm not trying to copy anybody. I'm just simply looking for a different thing to put on my channel, and these videos, I enjoy these videos, so I figured why not do one for myself. It is currently Sunday. I am very excited to get another week of content out for you guys. I don't really have much planned. I know over on Twitch we are hitting the ground running with some more Call of Duty, whether that's League play or Warzone with the TD members. I don't know, but yes, your boy is now a part of Team Diverge, which is a humongous W, and I thank everybody in this community that supported me along the way. But yeah, if you're looking for more of my content, I highly suggest you follow me on all these other social medias. That's Twitter, that's Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, all, hop in the Discord, all that good stuff. Anyways, let's not ramble too long. Let's get into 25 fun facts you might not know, likely didn't know. I don't know why I didn't just read what was on my phone. Number 1, the Nintendo Boy, which I've never read. This is the first time I've read it myself, so I'm gonna be hearing these facts just the same time as you guys are. But South Korea put a ban on Japanese cultural imports following World War II, and it wasn't lifted until 2004. What? That didn't mean South Korean gamers didn't get to know Mario. Hyundai Electronics distributed Nintendo's products in South Korea. The NES was called the Hyundai Comboy, which was superseded by the Super Comboy and Comboy 64. Wow. I had no idea that South Korea had a ban on Japanese cultural imports up until 2004. That's insane. This is a Game Informer article, by the way. I'll link it in the description, so I would think that all these facts are accurate. Number 2, Batman Arkham Asylum was almost rhythmic. During the early stages of development, Batman Arkham Asylum was prototyped as a rhythmic action game. The second prototype focused on 2D fighting, which would pop up whenever enemies were engaged. It involved colored circles bashing into each other. Both of these failed attempts fueled the basis of the final combat system. Wait, what? The second prototype, so was it like the... I'm so confused. We're just gonna move on. Super Mario and 9-inch nails. Many of the Koopalings from the Super Mario games are named after famous musicians. Most people can see the pattern in Ludwig, Iggy, and Lemmy's names. What you may not know is Super Mario World's fire-breathing Triceratops, as named Reznor, named after Trent Reznor of 9-inch first with a strange bug in which a lion would eat itself if bacon was glued to its back. What is scribble knots? The odd occurrence was found in late stages of AI finalization. What? I need to look up scribble knots. The lunch bell nuke. Number 5, by the way, the lunch bell nuke. The satisfying ding that rings out when the Fat Man nuke is launched in Fallout 3 is the lunch bell from the Bethesda Software's cafeteria. The Fat Man itself is modeled after an actual nuke launcher called the M388 Davy Crockett Tactical Nuclear Recoilless Rifle, which was developed in the 1950s. Wait, what? The Fat Man was actually like an actual weapon? What? I had no idea. Number 6. Master Chief is a radio DJ. The voice actor who played Master Chief in every Halo game to date is more famously known as Steve Downes, a radio DJ dating back to the 1970s. Downes was most recently on Chicago's WDRV The Drive. Wow, had no idea. Number 7, Lara Croft was originally Laura Cruz. Core designer, animator Toby Gard wanted to make an interactive movie starring a male character looking for treasure in Egyptian pyramids. The character was deemed too close to Indiana Jones and was quickly switched to the South American woman named Laura Cruz. Core ended up wanting a UK-friendly name, so Core employees dove into a phone book and settled on the name Croft. I like that. That's a legendary name, Lara Croft. Number 8. A famous game developer is named after Final Fantasy VII. Chinese video game creator Xinghan Chen's name may not ring any bells, but you are likely familiar with its design work on the game's Journey and Flower. Xinghan works under the name Genova Chen. He was inspired by Final Fantasy VII and took the name of the character Genova when he started working in games. Okay, again, I don't know too much about Final Fantasy. I was never a big Final Fantasy guy. Number 9, the first video game in space. The Game Boy version of Tetris was the first game played in space. In 1993, Tetris traveled aboard a Soyuz, S-O-Y-U-Z, a Soyuz TM-17 rocket to the Mir Station International, I'm assuming that's an international space station, where it was played by Russian cosmonaut Alexander A. Serbrov. The game was later sold at an auction for $1,220. My God. Number 10. Prince of Persia Assassin's Creed. Ubisoft's long-running and highly successful Assassin's Creed series was originally going to be a Prince of Persia spin-off. Wait, like the original one? Yeah, was originally going to be, yeah. The game was called Prince of Persia Assassins, and it told the story of a female assassin tasked with protecting a prince in Jerusalem. After roughly a year of development, Ubisoft rejected the idea as it didn't focus on the prince enough. The game was reworked to the Assassin's Creed we know today. Assassin's Creed, that's something that I would love to start, like, from beginning to, like, literally the last Assassin's Creed that they've just made. Number 11, Barack Obama campaigned in 18 games. What? There's literally a picture of a billboard of Obama. That's insane. Okay. During the 2008 presidential election, Barack Obama purchased ad space in 18 games that ran in 10 states. The vote for change billboards were in Burnout Paradise, Skate, Madden, and more that, and creatures. 2 of those creatures are from the video game series Left 4 Dead. Eagle-eyed gamers can clearly see a boomer and a witch. Number 13, rigged against the Bulls. NBA Jam creator Mark Turmel is such a huge Detroit Pistons fan that he rigged his game so the Pistons would have a better shot of beating the then rival Chicago Bulls. That's hilarious. If there was a close game and anyone on the Bulls took a last-second shot, we wrote special code in the game so they would average out to be bricks. That's incredible. Number 14, Nintendo's drug is the banana. In the Game Boy title Final Fantasy Legend 2, the player encountered a group of opium smugglers, but Nintendo's censorship guidelines wouldn't allow that to fly in the US version. Instead of selling opium, the drug dealers were forced to peddle bananas in the back alleys of this world. That's very Nintendo-like. Number 15, deleting James Bond. In the Nintendo 64 game GoldenEye 007, absolute classic of a game, by the way, Rare originally intended to include Roger Moore, Timothy Dalton, and Sean Connery as playable characters in multiplayer. That plan was scrapped prior to release, but the character models for these famed actors were still on the cartridge. In 2005, a group called the Rare Witch Project cracked the game's code and found them. Wow. That's awesome. Number 16, the U.S. Air Force loves PlayStation 3. In 2010, the U.S. Air Force created the Condor Cluster, a heterogeneous supercomputer built using off-the-shelf commercial components, including over 1,700 PlayStation 3s. The particular system is about half a petaflop, or capable of about 500 trillion calculations per second. What? Said Mark Barnell, the director of high-performance computing at the Air Force Research Laboratory. In the current time that we can measure it, it's about the 35th or 36th fastest computer in the world. The Condor cluster cost $2 million to build. $2 million. 1,700 PlayStation 3s. That's incredible. Speaking of 1,700, number 17, Sonic the Hedgehog is inside all of us. A gene and protein that separates your right brain from the left and determines you have 2 eyes is called Sonic Hedgehog. The gene symbol is SHH. The name wasn't inspired directly by the game, but a comic book series. A British postdoc named Robert Riddle drew inspiration from a Sonic comic his 6-year-old daughter was reading. The gene appropriately has a spiky appearance. What? That deserves a fact check. If you're listening to this right now, you should probably fact check that one. You're telling me a gene it determines you have 2 eyes is called Sonic Hedgehog. We have a Sonic Hedgehog gene. Okay. Okay, Game Informer. Okay. Number 18. Lengthy Smash Bros. Fan fiction. Oh my god. With 4,061,129 words spread across 220 chapters. Oh my god. A Smash Bros. Fan fiction story called The Subspace Emissary World's Conquest is one of the longest works of literature in the English language. The book is written by someone named Christian who writes under the name Aura Chandler Chris. The longest published novel is Jules Romaine's Men of Goodwill at 2,070,000 words and 8,000 pages. Who writes that long of a book? about Super Smash at that. Number 19, Xbox was almost the DirectX box. In 1999, Microsoft's Ed Fries met with the DirectX team to discuss the new idea called the DirectX box. DirectX being one word and then space box. A PC with a hidden Windows OS that would be marketed like a console machine. The first mock-up of the DirectX box was a silver X with a PC board inside. As the project moved forward with development, Windows was dropped and the console look changed, and it was eventually renamed Xbox. That's the picture that they used. That looks kind of dope. Not gonna lie. Number 20, Final Fantasy VII was a Nintendo exclusive. Numbered Final Fantasy games were Nintendo exclusives until Squaresoft realized that the Nintendo 64 wasn't capable of achieving its vision for the next installment of the series. That game was Final Fantasy VII. Due to the storage limitations of cartridges, Square created Final Fantasy VII exclusively for PlayStation. An ad for the game mocked Nintendo's medium, saying someone get the guys who make cartridge games a cigarette and a blindfold. Possibly the greatest game ever made is available only on PlayStation. Good thing, if it were available on cartridge, I'd retail for around $1,200. Jeez. Gandhi the Aggressor, number 21. In the first Civilization game, Gandhi's aggression rating was the lowest score of 1, meaning he didn't want to make war. However, if a player chose democracy, his aggression dropped 2 points. Instead of falling to -1, the number looped around to 255. The highest aggression rating possible. Democracy turned Gandhi into a nuke-firing titan. A nuke-firing titan. Oh my god. That's incredible. That's incredible. Number 22, people are blocks. Ever wonder where all the other people, where all of the people in the Mushroom Kingdom are? In the manual for Super Mario Bros. On NES, a short story summary says the Koopas turned all of the land's people into blocks, stones, and field horsehair plants. Think of that one next time you make Mario jump onto a block. Oh my god. That's morbid. Number 23. The smells of soccer and racing. The UK versions of FIFA 2001 and Gran Turismo 2 shipped with the peculiar, so hard for me to say, idea of scratch and sniff discs. If you scratched FIFA's disc, you would smell the pitch. Rubbing Gran Turismo 2's disc would deliver an authentic pit stop smell. That is fire. I don't know why you would ever want to smell a pit stop smell, or really just like smell grass, but the idea of that being on the disc is dope. Number 24, the many names of Soda Popinski. What? It was Soda Popinski. The wonderfully named Soda Popinski from Mike Tyson's Punch-Out! Originally boxed under the guise Vodka Drunks. Vodka Drunkinski in the arcade game Super Punch-Out! In an unlicensed port to Commodore 64 called Frank Bruno's Boxing. His name was charged to Andra Punchardov. Okay. And number 25, a little known Halo 4 cameo. Comedians Conan O'Brien, I don't know why I said Conan, and Andy Richter visited 343 Industries for a spoof skit in an episode of Conan in which they recorded audio for dock workers aboard a spaceship. This audio made it into Halo 4 in a level called Shutdown. You'll need to stand next to two specific dock workers for a couple of minutes to trigger their dialogue. And I guess it has a picture of the two workers. I actually did know about that little like spoof skit, but I didn't realize it was in the game. And that is 25 fun facts about video games you likely didn't know. Again, I will link this article in the description down below. Some of those were actually the only thing that I had any remote knowledge of was that last one. Some of them were a little bit crazy, but hey, it's Game Informer. It's got to be true, right? It's on the internet. It's got to be true. I'm just kidding, obviously. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like. Comment down below if you have any other ideas as far as interesting facts, videos, ramble videos, such as this one. This was fun. I like this. This is fun for me. I hope it's as fun for you. If it is, let me know. Hit that like button. Watch this video all the way to the end. Comment down below which one was your most interesting fact, and any facts you would maybe want me to look at in the future. So, that being said, I'm going to leave you all with that. So, if you're watching this during the day, then have a relaxing rest of the day. And if you're watching this at night, then have a great night sleep. And good night.